So now that the sirens back, that's why I said on my Instagram, I say all them days of hunting, these animals in the woods, over with. All that going to the ocean, fishing, them days over with. The sirens back. Mermaids, man, ain't finna play with y'all ass. Y'all go out there that ocean if y'all want to. I guarantee y'all finna be coming up missing. The sirens don't play. Mermaids don't play. Then they sound so beautiful that if you don't know what they is, you'll get lured into their voice. That's one of their gifts. But they spiritual beings though, and that's what that was he was hearing. And you see, she even made him want to find her. He like, where are you? Because they got beautiful voices. The camera don't even capture how beautiful the voices sound. See what I'm saying? The camera can never do it justice how beautiful a siren voice is. Feel me? And then what the government do? They came on his boat, took his boat. TikTok kicked him off TikTok. Then he ended up getting in a car accident, I heard. I don't know if it's true, but we know that was no goddamn car accident. We know how this go. You hear me? Yeah, sirens aren't mermaids. Mermaids and mermen are different from sirens. Mermaids just come get you. Feel me? They don't sing and lure you to them. Sirens do that. Oh, yeah, it's finna get real though. But let's finish letting them hear it though. And you see dude played the dolphin sound for him so he could know that it wasn't no goddamn dolphin.
What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts.
And then this happened.
Mr. Krabs! Huh, Mr. Krabs? Tell him, Mr. Krabs! Actually, you know what, homie? I'm gonna throw you back in your ocean. Because we're not catching you. Be free! Be free, homie! Sometimes you gotta let him free, you know? Sometimes you just gotta let him roam free. Let's just walk right back. Let's see if we can find. Oh, yo! Oh, hell no!
Y'all seen that?
Wait, no! No fucking way! Wait, I just threw this overboard. Y'all saw me throw it overboard. Are you fucking kidding me?
Like they're clearly aware of each other's existence and are interacting. Honestly, what's next?
All right, so listen to this. He at the docks, y'all.
Whatsoever. Until we got into unload. Peep this video. Crazy. At the docks though? Hey yo, you hear that?
At the docks, though.
I know what the fuck that is.
He said at the docks, though.
I know what the fuck that is. That bitch followed me the fuck in. Oh, at the docks though? No way. No way.
And she followed his ass. Definitely followed him in. Now check this out, right?
I'ma find your ass. You watch.
Baby, talk to me.
To all 11,000 of you who were with me last night when this video was going live, I appreciate y'all. We witnessed something crazy.
So he talking about the live because people thought he was lying. You know what I'm saying?
Source 90. The government is legit here. Peep game, let's be sneaky. Now, let's check out these motherfuckers.
So look,
You got me out here doing testing. Testing what?
they
What the
came
fuck
they
are you
came
guys
to his
testing?
boat
That's what I
and
wanna
started doing testing. You see this? This after, hold on. So, this is after he had been making all those little TikTok compilations of hearing these sirens, right? Then the government decides to come to his boat and do testing all of a sudden. And then after that, his TikToks get deleted, and then after that, it's reported that he's supposed to get in some type of car accident. Now, you put all that shit.
I see blackness coming to America, and I see darkness coming to the world. Things are getting ready to escalate. The big one, the big blackout, the big closure is at hand. I've got a feeling, you guys, and I've been trying to shake it all morning. I've been trying to shake it all morning, all day actually. And it's disturbed me because I don't want to see it. This is not going to be a glitch. This is going to be a shutdown to black. It's going to be a global fade to black. And when the lights come back on, it'll be a new world. This is not going to be a thing here, a thing there. This is going to be far more intense than anybody is anticipating. This thing is getting ready to hit whole countries, at least whole countries. And it could hit the planet, because whatever this is, it's going to be dramatic and it's coming fast. I can feel it coming fast. I hope I'm wrong. I'm probably not. And I'm just letting you know, prepare yourself for it, get mentally prepared. So somebody asked the question, so what do we do about that? Well, you have food. Again, you have those things that we've already told you that you need to get. Even something that can be powered by solar, even if it's just a small something that can power a fan or whatever. You need to do that. You need to do that, because this is going to come up. This is coming. This is coming, brothers and sisters. Let it be known that you need to awaken, because I got a feeling that this is at hand, that those blackouts are going to be far more intense. It's going to be a far greater than what we have seen, and this is the big one. We're getting ready to experience the big one. We're getting ready to experience the big one. What are you trying to say? I'm saying the big one, where the lights are going to go out and a city, nations are going to be in the dark. You won't be able to pump gas because the gas pumps won't even work. You won't be able to, for those that have pumps, water pumps at the house and wells, you won't even be able to get water there because all of that. This is at hand. This is at hand. I'm just letting you know. And this is not to frighten you. It is to alert you so that you don't become the victim. Darkness is coming. You can go to Walmart, or you can go online on Amazon, and you can order those solar lights that you put in the yard. Order those and just put them outside and let them get charged up. And that way, when you don't have any light, you can charge them in the day, and then you can bring them in at night. All right. And you can put them in different rooms to provide some kind of light or whatever. You can turn some of them off. You can cover them up or whatever. Or there are ways that you can make it. This is coming. This is coming, brothers and sisters. I'm warning you. I'm telling you now. Go ahead and get ready. If you are in a hot climate and it's normally hot there and you can't take it, make sure you prepare an alternative way to at least have some fans blowing so that you can be cool. An alternative way to have your food, have some food. An alternative way to cook, maybe propane, maybe even on the grill. Find a way now. Start now. Start now. Order those solar lights. Get as much water as you can. Get the food and the dry goods. Find an alternative way to if you have a generator, that's good, but you need to go ahead and make sure you have access gas and other ways to power it. You need to think about these things. You know what I'm saying? You need to think about that, and make sure that you and your family are prepared. Is that all right? And I'm just letting you know right now that this is at hand. Let me say it again. This
Fortunately, this planet has been so controlled, so suppressed by, say, the powers that be, that technology has not been allowed to be released. So that's kind of what's happening right now. Is there's this really huge battle that's taking place on the planet between the good forces, the bad forces, the light, the dark. And so we're seeing the shift take place finally. We're seeing a little bit more room and movement for these solutions to come in, but it is not up to the Galactic Federation to come down and save us, because we are on our own path collectively.
It's our choice.
Yes.
It's our destiny.
Yes.
They meet sometimes all over the universe, don't they? Including the moon?
Yes.
What do they do there?
Yeah, so my very first meeting with the Galactic Federation happened back in 2011, and this was shortly after my first abduction experience with the Tall Whites, and so that's the can of worm that opened for me. And I was greeted in my living room by a really beautiful 7-foot-tall astral being of a Pleiadian man. And he came through my wall and he said, "Elizabeth, in 2 days' time, there's going to be a meeting, and it's going to happen at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which was my time zone."
Sure.
And he said, "You have to be awake for this." And that's all he said. And I said, "What? Okay, this is crazy, you know? All right, I'll do it."
You should be up listening to my radio show anyway, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so 2 days later, it was December 21st, 2011. I, woke up at 1 a.m. I chugged back a huge coffee. I was in university at the time, so I wasn't, I was very used to pulling all-nighters. And I started to meditate, and at 2 a.m. on the dot, this Pleiadian man came back into my room, and he said, "Okay, follow me." And I wasn't sure at that time if it was going to be physical, if it was going to be non-physical, but I was very used to remote viewing, astral traveling at that point. So when he left the room in a non-physical body, I knew that I needed to follow him in my non-physical body, my astral body. So I follow him, and we go out and further away from the planet. And it was my first time actually astral traveling, remote viewing off the planet. I didn't even know that was possible. I remember looking back at the planet thinking how beautiful it was. And so we go farther and farther, and he's going to the moon. And so I'm like, oh, cool, we're gonna have this meeting, on the moon. And instead of going to some sort of base or building on the moon, he goes right into the moon. And to my knowledge, apparently the moon is actually hollow, and it is being used as a Galactic Federation headquarters of sorts. And this is where there were hundreds of thousands of beings who were all inside this room in the moon. And this is where I was taught about what's taking place on planet Earth, who the human beings are, and who the Galactic Federation was.
Doctor?
The only person that remembers how they got to Earth. I know there's others, and I think some of y'all are scared. Some of you think you were dreaming. But I remember that ship. It was long, like a train. It was long like a train. The body of an airplane, but bigger. It was long, like a train. It's the best way I can describe it. And I remember multiple rooms. I remember coming out of the one that I was in into this great big corridor, and people seemed to be in a hurry. Everybody was rushing. And I couldn't get anyone's attention to figure out what was happening. And all of a sudden it was this great feeling of fear that washed over my entire being. And everyone's was in a panic. And we all started running. I don't know what we were running towards or what we were running from, but everybody started running. I'm starting to think that babies when we're first born, that we actually remember everything, but our memories are, as far as like how to communicate, have been wiped clean. And it takes those months and years to learn a language, to talk to the families we're born into. But I remember being on that ship, and I remember the stars faintly, like barely being able to see them, as if we were on Earth already. But only thing I mean by that is the distance. And I remember running and running and running and being so afraid, and not even realizing or having an understanding of family or friends or anything, just running. We were all running. It was hundreds of people, if not thousands. And this big door just opening up, and all you saw is the pitch black darkness of the outside, and it was the sky. And I knew we were high up. We were flying. And I remember either being pushed or jumping out. I know somebody else remembers. I just need one person to say they remember.